The face-centered cubic lattice contains 8 atoms at the 8 corners of a cube and 6 additional atoms in the faces of the cube. Although the face-centered cubic lattice is often drawn to emphasize the cubic nature of the structure, it is also a close-packed structure. The face-centered cubic results from the stacking of close-packed layers in an ABC fashion, so that the fourth layer lies over the first layer, the fifth layer lies over the second layer, and so on. Here we use color to represent the 3 close-packed layers in the face-centered cubic lattice. Two types of spaces or holes exist between the layers of close-packed structures. The first type of hole is called an octahedral hole and is formed between 3 atoms in one close-packed layer and 3 atoms in a second close-packed layer immediately above or below the first. The space at the center of a face-centered cubic is actually an octahedral hole and is formed by 3 atoms in the green close-packed layer and 3 atoms in the blue close-packed layer. In all subsequent discussions, we will represent octahedral holes with partially transparent polyhedra as shown here. Despite the name, it takes 6 atoms, not 8, to define an octahedron. The term octahedron is derived from the fact that such a polyhedron has 8 sides. The center octahedral hole is the only one that lies entirely inside the cell shown here. Other octahedral holes lie partially inside this cell. The center octahedral hole shares each of its 12 edges with 12 other octahedral holes. 8 of these are shown here. Each of these lies 1/4 inside the cell. Overall, an array of n atoms in a close-packed structure actually gives rise to n octahedral holes. The second type of hole that exists between the layers of close-packed structures is called a tetrahedral hole. Tetrahedral holes are formed between 3 atoms in one close-packed layer and a single atom in a second close-packed layer immediately above or below the first. As before, we will switch to transparent polyhedra to represent the tetrahedral holes in our face-centered cubic lattice. The cell shown here contains 8 tetrahedral holes at the 8 corners of the cube, and these lie entirely inside the cell. An array of n atoms in a close-packed structure gives 2n tetrahedral holes.